So Shams just went on the Pat McAfee show and dropped a whole bunch of bombs. So I'm going to show you a couple clips and then I'm going to give my opinions on them.
What's going on there with LeBron, Genie bust, the whole situation? How do they figure all this out?
Yeah, Rich Paul. I think everyone with the Lakers feels Rich Paul is, I guess, entitled to however he wants. He's got his own podcast. He can say what he wants. Now, there's no doubt, like Austin Reeves, his camp, how they might feel about the comments. They made that clear. Dave McMenamin put out a story a few weeks ago saying one of Austin Reeves' agent approached Rich Paul, had a really I think a good conversation with Rich Paul about where things are at. I actually saw that take place in front of me. It was a very respectful conversation. It's two people that have known each other for years. But the reality is here, what we're having right now, this is an end of a relationship, right? In terms of LeBron James and the Lakers. Now, whether it comes at the end of this season, if LeBron James decides as a free agent to sign somewhere else, or if he decides to retire, or he decides to come back for one more year and, decide that he wants to retire as a Laker. Like, the end is near with this relationship, either however you want to slice it. And so the end, there's always seems to be some sort of storyline with that. And it can be unceremonious at different points. We've seen fallouts the Lakers have had, whether it's, Jerry West, rest in peace. He had a falling out with Genie Bust to an extent. And so at the end of the day, I think LeBron James, when he made his comments last night, he was very succinct. I mean, he's someone who's 41 years old. He spends most of his time playing golf. I don't think he cares much for really anything that goes on with basketball other than him playing in games and trying to win on a nightly basis. I think he's got other things on his mind right now. That's the reality of the situation.
All right, first thing to address, Shams says the reality is this is the end of a relationship between LeBron James and the Lakers. And honestly, I couldn't agree more because I think either he's going to play one more season with the Lakers and then retire, or he's just going to retire after this season. Now, and I also don't think him joining another team is even an option, because if he plays one more season, it will be with the Lakers. He gets to play with his son. Hopefully, Bronny's good enough at age, 21, 22, to be able to play actual rotation minutes, and hopefully JJ Redick will allow that, even though the whole thing with JJ Redick, we might be able to talk about after this next clip. But in my mind, those are the only two options. And I think if you watch my podcast with my friend, my thoughts on this, and honestly his. LeBron James should just retire after this season. I understand that you kind of need a farewell tour. It's going to help the NBA ratings a ton, and the NBA is going to pressure him a ton, but like, his passion is clearly gone. He loves golf. LeBron loves doing anything else but basketball. When you listen to these player podcasts and they talk about how 90% of NBA players are just there for a paycheck and they don't care about the game that much, that was never the case with LeBron up until like the last 2 years. LeBron does not care about basketball. He just cares about being there and getting paid. I don't even think he cares about winning that much. And you might think this is crazy because I love watching LeBron, but this is a shell of himself. And he's still an all-star caliber player, don't get me wrong, but I want to watch prime LeBron James. Now that he's out of his prime, I can just go back and watch the highlights. I'm a basketball lover. I want to watch other players in their prime. I want to see Austin Reeves peak. I want to see Luka Doncic do amazing because those are players in their prime. I don't want to see LeBron anymore. We've seen him 21 years, 22 years, however long it's been. At the beginning of the season, when LeBron only played like 5 or 6 games, his first 5 or 6 games, they were awful. And I was saying, man, this version of LeBron is terrible. I don't want to watch it. He's turned up since then. LeBron James has been amazing, but I'm just scared that the way he's been declining, it's going to be exponential. Like next year, he would be really, really bad. And maybe we don't even think about the Lakers winning a championship and we just appreciate that. But if you have Luka Doncic on your team, you have this Austin Reeves Hooper on your team, you're going to want to contend. But anyways, let's just get to the next clip.
Before LeBron got to the Lakers, this was a team that was a lottery team. LeBron James goes there, they win a championship. This is, I think, his 8th season there. And so we'll see how much longer he wants to play. But this is a Lakers team with Luka Doncic that wants to compete for a championship. But how do they get there? Do they make moves to get there as well? These are all questions going into the trade deadline.
LeBron's still playing after this season? It sounded like you kind of left it open for interpretation. And then I think you said Lakers as well, if he was to play. Is there a chance free agency? LeBron's playing somewhere else next year?
No. I don't think LeBron James knows right now, January 23rd, 1:41 p.m. Eastern time, what he wants to do with the rest of his career. Like, I think there are multiple pathways that this could play out. Now, it's made a lot of sense to people that he's in year 23, his number's 23, in Los Angeles. The All-Star Game is in Los Angeles. Could this be the year?
Come on.
But, maybe it's in part because of how this season's going with the Lakers, how the relationship has gone with the Lakers over the last year and a half. They make the trade, moving out Anthony Davis. You can see they've clearly turned the page. Like, Luka Doncic is this team's franchise cornerstone. Luka Doncic is where this team is going. And I mean, that's understandable to everyone, especially LeBron James, but how he wants the end of his career to play out. Does he want to retire a Laker? Does he want to retire somewhere else next season? Or does he just want to retire, period? Those are all questions that he's going to have and things that he's going to have to answer. But on what time, it's going to be on his time.
So apparently LeBron James himself does not even know what he wants to do, which is insane to me. Because if he is someone who still loves basketball like he used to, he has Luka Doncic, he has Austin Reeves, DeAndre Ayton has had some amazing games. He has some role players that haven't been playing good, but I feel like they can play good. I feel like Marcus Smart can turn up. I feel like we've seen Gabe Vincent in stretches turn up. We've seen Roy Hachimura. We've seen all these players. Your son, the only reason you would not know what you want to do, because I'm sorry, going to another team can't even be an option. It has to be either retire or play another season. You should be, if I'm an NBA player, my passion is basketball, I should always want to play another season if you are an all-star caliber player next to two players who are playing like superstars, let's be honest. But then, honestly, you watch the Lakers, and they don't even look like a team right now. Like, I know, like, and it's crazy to say that because they are 9 games above 500. I mean, yes, they are barely a top 6 seed, but they are a top 6 seed in the West. Like, they are a good team, but when you actually watch them, they're not as good as you think. And then you listen to all these JJ Redick post games, and it sounds like JJ Redick hasn't gotten anyone to buy in because I've seen him talk specifically about Luka and LeBron and how they can't buy in. I've heard him talk about how the role players, he's given everyone a chance, and not many of them have actually shown up with the chance that he's given them. And maybe they're not contenders. Maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about, and there should be no pressure on LeBron because the Lakers suck. But they're 9 games above 500. They have a better record than probably like 13 of the teams in the East. I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to give my thoughts, show you guys the clip of the Pat McAfee podcast because just in case you missed it. And yeah, I'm going to be trying to upload every day. I uploaded yesterday about Giannis. Check that out. I have a podcast. Check that out. And I'll upload tomorrow as well. So peace.